The majority of Americans that live in this country just want you to be a law-abiding citizen, love this country, be a positive member of society, and will encourage you to do what you got to do to make it work for you and your family. We don't want handouts. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Willis. Welcome back to another episode of What You Talking About Willis podcast. Shout out to everyone that's been here from day one. Man, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all been engaging. It's been fun interacting with y'all. We are about 550, 552-ish subs, so we're halfway to 600. Let's go ahead and make that happen. Like, subscribe, and share, spread the word. You guys know what to do. You guys already do it. So thank y'all. Those that are new here, welcome to the channel. This is a place where we cause chaos one truth at a time. Again, interact with me, leave comments. I'm going to respond to you. I absolutely love doing that with y'all. So anybody that's been here knows that, I always love engaging with y'all. Welcome to the channel. We'd love to have you here. Now, let's get right to it. Okay. So Jubilee is a YouTube channel. They have some really good shows on there where they have people debate. They'll have one person who has one ideology versus, like 10 or 15 other groups. And they do a really good job, in my opinion, of uncensoring everything and just letting it be a raw debate, per se. I have personally never seen it get violent or anything like that. So I think it's a really good little thing that they got going on over there. At the end of this, I'll link the episode I'm talking about in the description so you can watch. I encourage everybody to watch this specific one. This specific one is with Amanda Seales, and she's like she self-proclaims herself as a radical. Now, if you know, back in the day, I did a video on her when she was on Club Shay Shay, his podcast, and all the ridiculous stuff that she was saying on there. Well, she's back. Okay, apparently she was a Nickelodeon star growing up, and now she's pretty much a black liberal. Even though she don't want to claim that, she's a black liberal. I don't care what she says. And she's the definition of woke black. If you have any idea what a woke black person would be, put her picture up. That's what she is. Whether she wants to claim herself as a radical or I don't know. She has all this education in black studies and all sorts of other stuff. She's just loud and obnoxious. That's what she is. I don't care. Whenever she has a point and gets challenged, all she does is get loud, which is the typical motive for liberals. When they're wrong, they're challenged, facts are brought to the table, they want to go off, yell, get disrespectful, and call you names, and they can't even stick with the topic at hand. But I'm going to play this particular clip because I thought this young man did a wonderful job pertaining to reparations. And you guys know how I feel about reparations. That shouldn't be a thing. Okay? And he breaks it down. And he doesn't even need to say anything crazy. It's just common sense. It's a common sense response. And he does bring some particular facts pertaining to other cultures that have, came into this country and not complained and become successful. But his response is just a common sense response that any normal non-woke black person would just tell you. And I think this young man did a great job. I'm sorry. I don't, y'all got to do your job and find out what this young man's name, because I got to give him credit for this. But he did a wonderful job, even dealing with her loudmouth self. He didn't waver. He just stuck to what he was saying. even when she got smart, he still stood his ground. And you could see that she really, really couldn't debate anything that he was saying outside of her own emotional rant and feelings, which is not what you bring to a factual argument. So, again, I don't know this young man, but let's listen to what he had to say.
You can give everyone here like a $50,000 check, especially people that are in the streets who are committing violent crimes consistently. A $50,000 check, it's not going to fix anything. It's not going to increase the median household income in the next 10 years by 10% or 20%. For example, we have the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. We prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against them and basically put them under apartheid, even here in the United States. Yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible? How come they don't?
Already, look at her dumb face. Look at her dumb face. So you can tell if someone's actively listening to understand you or hearing you just to debate you. Right here is a face of someone that's just hearing what he has to say, ready to rebuttal him without even listening to him. And you can tell she's trying to cook up some response. But a dumb look on her face.
Complain and feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are killing each other 90% of the time, which is the rate that black people kill each other, according to the FBI.
Oh, young Matt.
Yet white people are the oppressors.
I'm not.
What did he say was wrong? I'm more likely to get killed by another black man over my chain, over my car, over he don't like the way I look, over an argument. I'm more likely to get killed by someone that looks like me versus the quote unquote white supremacist, white man, the man, all that BS. He's right.
Not sure where your education came from, but they lied to you.
It's not even about education. It's just common sense and statistics. Statistics tell you that the crime rate in the black community is the thing we should be worried about more than white supremacy. This white supremacy ghost or monster that they keep throwing in our minds.
Stats don't lie, though.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there.
They only lie when they don't agree with what you're trying to say. So the statistics that she has, they are good to go. Like, we can believe those statistics. But when he brings up the stats, black on black crime, etc., those statistics lie all the time. See, this is the problem with the liberals, the woke blacks. You bring up the facts, they just want to say, no, that's a lie. I have these facts, which are just emotional opinions that don't mean anything.
Particularly when the statistics are coming from the sources that gain from the statistics being shown a different way. So
what? Hold on, let me try to play that again. What did she say?
Stats don't lie, though.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there, particularly when the statistics are coming from the sources that gain from the statistics being shown a different way. So if you're going to start your argument on stats don't lie, you've already lost.
I don't know what she just said. That's just word garbage. That's just word garbage. I don't even know what that means, what she just said.
Lost the argument. They lie. They lie all the time. One, comparing Chinese people who are immigrants that made a choice to come to the United States and comparing the continued effort of black people to ground themselves in a nation that continues to make impediments for them to show and live and exist in their true citizenship is a false equivalency.
I don't believe that happens at all.
See, the liberals, they try to make themselves sound smart with these big old words and the way she's constructing her sentences. It's nothing but word garbage. That's what she's saying. Is what she's saying. She's not responding to anything that he's or his arguments that he's brought up. She's not responding. She's just throwing a bunch of word garbage with big words thrown in there to make herself sound educated. And she is. She has her degrees and stuff. I'm not trying to say that she's not educated. in whatever field that she thinks she's educated in, but like she's just trying to make herself sound more smart by throwing out these words and constructing these sentences to make it seem like she's actually talking about something when she's actually saying nothing.
No one here is
Are you acting right now? Do you really believe
I'm telling
this?
the truth. There's no systemic racism that I've experienced here in America. What system is racist? I think.
Key point. Now, I've been black my whole life. And I think for the most part, if you watch this whole video, nobody that's a black conservative in this states that there is no racism in this country. I mean, there's racism in this country, but the racism is from all cultures and backgrounds, man. I mean, if we're being honest with each other, each culture is racist to an extent of other cultures. It is what it is. I mean, whatever. Now, to say that the racism in this country is so bad that it's holding us back from anything, no. Individual people have different thoughts and views about other people. They may have some prejudices based on how they've seen communities act and interact with their own experiences. But to sit here and say racism and there's a system out here right now in 2025 to say that it's holding black people back from being successful in this country is 100% false. I'm still trying to look for that system. People tell me all the time there's a system out here to hold me back from becoming any sort of little bit of success or having any sort of success in this country. And I'm trying to figure out where that's at because I haven't seen it. I haven't experienced it. And these little microaggressions that black folks like to throw out or liberals like to throw out, talking about this is it. Oh, they said this. Oh, this is it. It must be systematic racism, or I didn't get this job because they don't like black people, or this person cut me off in line at the grocery store because why? I'm a black person, right? That's all bull crap. That's all bull crap. There is no system that you can point to me right now that tells me I won't be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish in this great country.
I think the only racism we've actually seen recently, systemic racism that we've seen, is the application of systemic racism against white people. The University of Western Washington, for example, has been trying to segregate dormitories, using black-only dormitories because black people feel safer amongst each other. But they're more likely to kill each other than white people are ever to kill them. That's just the truth. You have King Von rapping about killing other black men. Why should I think that the white man is the oppressor when black men are more likely to kill me?
Oh my God, this is scary. You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion. So let's check that now.
Okay.
Time out. Shout out to him for keeping it together. It couldn't be me having to deal with a response like that. Now, he seems like he's young, maybe college age, maybe he just left college, and he's respecting his elder. He's respecting the debate. I understand that. So shout out to you, sir. I really appreciate that. Me, on the other hand, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there and accept that. I don't care if you're old enough to be my mom or not. Who cares? You're not my mom. What does that have to do with the debate anyways? This is what I'm talking about. She want to yell and talk down to him, talking about she's old enough to be his mom, when that has nothing to do with the topic at hand. Avoid it. Because what he's saying is actually correct. The racism now, white folks are getting more discriminated against than black folks. DEI. Like he said, Washington creating black-only dorms because black folks feel more safe around each other. So you're excluding another race purposely, which she's up here crying about that's what's happening to black folks, yet black folks are doing it. And then she want to get all mad and get smart because she's older and she can kind of bully him a little bit. See, that's that bully tactic. It won't happen to a full adult male. That wouldn't happen. And as you watch the whole show, I encourage you to watch the whole show. She gets loud and wants to yell at people, wants to talk at people, wants to cut people off, even though she's crying about being cut off. Every time someone makes a point, does she want to cut them off? This is the woke black liberal debate right here on full display. On full display. And honestly, I don't hate her. I don't agree with her at all about anything. And sometimes I think she's a clown. Do I hate her? No. Honestly, I think she's coming from a point where she's trying to better the black culture in this country, but she won't admit that black people need to take accountability, which was a word that was thrown out a lot in this episode that she avoided. Black folks won't take accountability for their actions within their own community to better themselves. She wants to place the blame on white people all the time for any mishaps, anything that goes wrong in the black community in this day and age. Were there systems in place in the history of America? Yes. All right. But this country has grown and moved past that. And so it's okay to understand, yeah, that happened in the past, and we should learn and learn from that going toward the future. And I think we have. Do we have individual people in this country that may think a certain way about a different culture? Sure. You can't change people's heart. But the majority of Americans that live in this country just want you to be a law-abiding citizen, love this country, be a positive member of society, and will encourage you to do what you got to do to make it work for you and your family. We don't want handouts. That's what she wants. She wants government handouts, money to give to, I guess, black folks, from people who never had slaves, for people who were never slaves.
Okay, so on a basic level, we have to understand that systemic racism is grounded in the realities that black people have not been considered an equal human being in this country since its onset. So there's simply no way to make the argument that there isn't systemic racism, and we have seen in very clear ways the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off.
So there she goes again. I encourage you to watch that full episode. Like I said, I'm going to place the link in the bio or the description of this episode. Shout out to that young man. Again, I don't know his name. I really need to know, so I can put his name or all his social media platforms in the description. So X, do y'all thing. Let me know who he is. Find him. Congrats, young man. If you see this, well done. You represented yourself very well as everybody that was on that platform. You guys did great. I'll give credit where credit is due. Seals, you went up there and you decided to hold your own, or at least try to anyway. I would encourage you to stop getting so emotional and listen to the points. And I hope, you come to a mindset where to stop blaming white people for everything and to look within our own community and say, hey, we need to tighten up some certain things, like change the black culture. Black culture is trash. I don't care what anybody says. Black culture is trash today. It really is. It really is. And we can sit here and go back and forth about it. No, it's not, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it really is. And the thing is, there are great black folks in America, in this country, who are well educated, speak, have great points, are all about encouraging yourself, building up yourself, staying together with your family, raising your kids, not going around making 100 baby mamas and doing all this other stuff. There are people up here who are well educated and have achieved great achievements in this country. We don't put them guys on the platform for us to see, for our children to see. No, you want to put the black culture, woke on woke, Holly weirdos, rappers, singers, people who talk down to black folks and encourage us to harm each other and sabotage each other. That's what we as a black culture put up on a pedestal for the world to see. And y'all wonder why people look at us so crazy. So I say, I'm not a part of the black culture. I'm really not. It's detrimental to our culture, and I'm not a part of it. Shout out to this young man. Thank y'all for being here for another episode. What you talking about, Willis? I really, really appreciate y'all being here. You guys have a wonderful day. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. Follow me on the X and the TikTok. Y'all see it there at the bottom. And y'all stay safe. Peace.